As technology disrupts jobs and wealth becomes increasingly concentrated, two visions for the future of society have come into focus: universal basic income, UBI, and elitism. These competing models offer radically different paths for how resources and power are distributed. Let's explore what each model represents, their potential benefits and risks, and how they might shape our world moving forward. What is universal basic income, UBI? Universal basic income is a policy proposal where every citizen receives a regular, unconditional sum of money from the government. The idea is simple: provide people with a financial safety net that covers basic living expenses. Advocates argue that UBI can reduce poverty, support economic stability, and empower people to pursue education, entrepreneurship, or creative projects without the constant fear of financial ruin. For example, in pilot programs around the world, recipients of UBI reported improved mental health, reduced stress, and greater flexibility in their work and life choices. With automation predicted to replace millions of jobs in the coming decades, UBI could provide a cushion for those affected by job displacement. However, critics worry that UBI might discourage work or be too expensive to implement on a large scale. Some also argue that it could lead to inflation if not carefully managed. These concerns raise important questions about how UBI can be funded and integrated into existing social structures. What is elitism? Elitism, in contrast, is a system where a small group of people, often those with wealth, political power, or social influence, control major decisions and resources. Historically, elitism has played a role in shaping economies, with elites creating and enforcing systems that preserve their power. In modern times, elitism can manifest through corporate monopolies, political lobbying, and exclusive social networks. Critics argue that such concentration of power exacerbates inequality, leading to stagnant wages, reduced opportunities for lower-income groups, and a lack of social mobility. When a small elite dominates, the needs and voices of the majority are often ignored. Supporters of elitism, however, might point to the idea that certain individuals or groups with greater knowledge and resources are better equipped to make decisions for society. They may argue that competition and innovation thrive in systems where rewards are distributed based on performance and ability. How UBI and elitism shape society. The divide between these two models raises fundamental questions about human rights, opportunity, and progress. UBI focuses on creating a baseline of security for everyone. It assumes that no one should suffer extreme poverty in a world where resources are abundant. Proponents believe that a society where basic needs are met is more just, productive, and capable of innovation. Elitism, on the other hand, often thrives on scarcity and exclusivity. In a system where access to resources depends on wealth or connections, many people are left behind. Elitism can foster resentment and social unrest, as those without access to power feel marginalized. However, some argue that competition under such a system can drive technological and economic advancements. Pros and cons of universal basic income. Let's break down the potential advantages and challenges of UBI. 1. Pros: reduces poverty and income inequality, provides financial stability in a rapidly changing job market, encourages entrepreneurship and personal development. 2. Cons: high cost of implementation, potential disincentive for work, though evidence on this is mixed. Requires careful planning to avoid inflation and mismanagement. Pros and cons of elitism. Elitism also presents both benefits and risks. 1. Pros: concentrated resources can fund large-scale innovation and infrastructure. Elites may have the expertise to make strategic decisions. 2. Cons: increases wealth and opportunity gaps, fosters social unrest and distrust in institutions, can lead to corruption and abuse of power. Finding balance. It's important to recognize that these models don't have to be mutually exclusive. Some experts advocate for hybrid systems where elements of UBI coexist with capitalist incentives. For example, a country could provide a basic income while still encouraging competition and entrepreneurship through tax policies and education initiatives. Ultimately, the future we choose depends on the values we prioritize as a society. Do we focus on ensuring a minimum standard of living for everyone? Or do we continue to allow wealth and power to concentrate in the hands of a few, hoping that competition will lead to progress? These are complex questions with no simple answers. However, by understanding the differences between UBI and elitism, we can engage in informed discussions about the kind of future we want to build. What are your thoughts on this debate? Share your perspective in the comments below. And if you found this video insightful, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more content on social systems and human progress.